Before you run down there,
Yeah.
you want to look at the scene before you?
I would like to do that. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Extra Play. We are looking at the scene before us.
Look at that scene.
Look at that scene.
What do you see when you look at that scene?
I just see, I'm kind of drawn to the areas, like my eye goes to areas where there's a nice, especially in a scene like this, nice cars outside.
Really nice cars.
Really nice cars outside.
The louder the car is, the nicer it is. That's the general rule.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
But yeah, my eyes are drawn to like contrasty areas. Like I love seeing, like when we get to look up in the sky and see kind of a nice shift from the blue to the orange and stuff like that. That really draws me in.
Something is bothering me in the back of my brain, and I think I put my finger on it. So it's snowing here, and I know we're in high altitude, but I see snow down lower as well. But I'm also seeing a lot of deciduous trees, and they look green. So I don't know what's going on there. We'll have to get closer and investigate.
So, but your thinking is those should be bare.
Either bear or autumnal if it's just becoming that time of year.
Sure.
I guess it could be a late spring snow.
Yeah, it could be. All right. Jump? Yeah.
Oh, she's got a device. Good. I remember in the preview she was using her bare hands.
Oh, yikes. that would
really
hurt.
bothered me.
Oh, I can open the map.
Oh, it's a 3D map.
Oh, wait, is it? Oh, you're right, it is.
That's fun.
That's subtle, too. Oh, that's really cool looking.
Yeah, the only other map I've seen that does this kind of thing is Sorcery, Steve Jackson's Sorcery. It's like an iPad game. Yeah, it's really cool. Kind of choose your own adventure with some kind of light combat mechanics.
Oh, geez, this place is big. Okay. We'll just zoom in and focus on someplace close. Let's see. All right.
It's heavy. World's going white.
Really nice, like, physics stuff going on with the hair, just with a little overlap. That's something I found with animation in general. Now that we're able to have more...
My whole life I've
actual bonfires. Cool.
That'll change after the proving.
I like it.
2 days. 2 days until I get answers. 2 days and I'll know who she was. And why I was cast out at birth. As if there could be an excuse for that. All right, time to gather the parts for some fire arrows. I should find a herd.
So is any of the hair hand animated, or is it all driven by physics?
This looks like to me like it's all physics driven. Because, yeah, like I think it would have to be.
The moss on that tree behind you is doesn't have physics. No, the other behind you. Yeah, so
Right here?
Or does it? Well, at some angle it looked like it wasn't quite straight.
Oh
yeah, it's not quite dripping exactly to gravity. The asset was tilted a little bit.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So it's an asset that was like built to be not rotated quite up.
Yeah,
in that direction.
It's within that threshold where no one's going to notice, and it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things I notice because I'm often doing the same thing and wondering how far I can get away with it.
Oh, but yeah, I was going to say with animation that, like, now that we're able to do some more loose physics on clothing and hair and drapey stuff, like, those physics sims being dynamic helps to really cover over a lot of animation pops and
That's
weird
true.
weird blends and stuff.
You always have some flowing element of the overall composition.
Yeah, that carries over no matter how many animations are blending together. So like that still is consistent and working. So like it really helps to smooth it all out. It goes a long way. It also like if you pay attention to the animation of Batman in the Arkham games, like the fact that his cape covers up a whole lot of weirdness that you would otherwise notice. But that's just smart animation design. All right, so I need to head down and gather parts and pieces. Okay. This one's closer. Let's do this. Nice roll.
Oh, go up and look close at those rocks.
These rocks here?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, it's covered with lichen. Nice.
Yay, nice.
I love lichen. So lichen is it's interesting because it's a what is the word for that? I want to say composite life form. That's not the right word. It's where two life forms coexist together. Oh my god.
Oh, symbiotic?
Yes.
Hey.
Okay. So yes, it's fungal filaments, and then it's like algae or cyanobacteria that grows on those filaments that creates them. And so you have just this crazy, there's just so many varieties of textures and colors, and they grow together in so many ways. They're fun to work with as a thing to put in environments.
That's some really high res too.
Yeah.
Look at that. And it's making me notice that there's some slight blurring happening on the corners, kind of vignetting everything in the camera. Mm-hmm. Hadn't noticed until then. It's kind of nice. Speaking of stuff that's super impressive that just seems super normal now, like having characters be able to animate navigating complex terrain like this is something that like Assassin's Creed really helped start us down that path of stuff looking that way, and now I just kind of expect it and don't really bat an eye. But this is some complex animation system stuff right here.
Yeah, I remember when Assassin's Creed came out and what a revelation that was.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, a game can do this?
And they've only made it better too. It's astounding. A lot of us still kind of really use Assassin's Creed navigation stuff as kind of reference and a metric for our own work. So can I just shoot this thing? Will it die? We're gonna find out. Catch. Nah. Hey, it works. Oh, there's no. There's a lot.
Alerted.
Oh, geez.
Oh, nice.
Time to learn to fight, I guess. Nice.
Is there a slow-mo mode you need to activate when you do your bow? I felt like you were going into slow motion before.
I hate these cars outside so much. It's just been all weekend cars for days. Press the thing to go to crafting and modify your weapons or outfits, you say. I do enjoy outfits. No outfits to modify. Weapons, though. Huh. Neat. That's cool. I'll get into that system more later. It's cool, though. So I suspect there's going to be a lot of looting / crafting in this.
Yeah. What's going on with that snow? It looks like...
Snow right here?
Yeah, it like cuts off at some line. I'm trying to figure out how that's authored. If that's like...
Like right here, this edge?
Yeah, a rock that's just poking up out of it?
Could be.
I haven't worked in this engine, so sometimes anomalies like that are the result of just... There's so many reasons it could happen. As an environment artist, probably 80% of my time is spent covering up seams. So it's a nightmare.
So
cannot wait till that's solved automatically.
So that's interesting. So like I'm curious as to how your process kind of works then. And I'm sure you've explained it to a certain degree in past episodes with us here, but so when you're working as an environment artist, are you building assets yourself, or are you taking built assets and kind of assembling them to actually build out and design the world?
Well, in most medium to large size studios now, those two roles have kind of bifurcated. Like they're so in depth. Each one of them is so in depth that, you know, there are some people who both build the assets and put them in the environment. But for the most part, you've kind of got the environment artists and the kind of prop or asset creating artists. And my focus is more on composing assets that other people have made into the environment with the design sensibility.
Okay. And from what I've seen, just looking over the shoulders of environment artists over the years, is they seem to start out with kind of a big, huge, like, ground mesh that is simple. Like, just the ground I'm walking on right now, if you just take out all of the grass, take out most all of the rocks you see, all the trees and everything, just this basic ground mesh that I'm running along would be the thing that they would start with. Would they build that, or would someone else build that?
Yeah, I mean, most game engines just have a ground mesh. You know, you'll say what size you want the map to be, and it's usually subdivided into chunks for, you know, streaming and loading and that kind of stuff.
Sure.
And different game engines have different resolution on their meshes. So how many triangles are actually there to push and pull up and down. And so that's, yeah, generally you kind of start with a ground. Over the years, there's been a lot more, we've been able to add a lot more props to, you know, sticking on that ground mesh. You know, back when I started on Guild Wars 1, the density of props to ground was probably 90% ground, 10% props.
Yeah.
And at this point on Guild Wars 2, the last map I made was literally not literally, 99% props with like 1% of like the actual terrain mesh poking up out of it. So it's just to give you like, so there's a lot more flexibility when you're working with props and doing overhangs and interesting carved away banks and stuff like that. Although some of the newer engines have sexier ground meshes that you can dig into in all sorts of ways too. So
once you have that ground mesh, and I'm assuming that once you have it, you are able to sort of like paint over it to raise and lower stuff to like kind of adjust
exactly.
it?
You sculpt it like you would do in any sculpting. If you're familiar with like ZBrush or those kind of programs,
sure,
where you have a brush and you go over and you can raise up hills and dig down into it. So you kind of get your topography in. Although most games, I know this one for sure, and most modern games, they'll actually start with kind of an erosion algorithm program that you can you put random seeds in and it'll make mountains and valleys for you.
Yeah.
Or you can go in and you can just import a black and white map where you want mountains and valleys, and then it'll run an algorithm that makes erosion happen. So you get really natural looking terrain, and then you kind of go in and customize it and put in roads and stuff like that.
So, and from that point then, once you have that, you start adding, like, I assume painting in grasses, just planting, like, that rock there is just its own object.
Right.
That has just been kind of dropped in and is intersecting with the ground.
Yep.
And that same rock piece is going to be used all over this world in different configurations and combinations. And
yeah, most people just say it's kludged. They just kludge them all together. And yeah, different, like a really good rock asset will have very different surfaces on all kind of 4 or 6 directions. So you can like those 2 boulders you see behind you could very well be the same prop, just flipped upside down.
Nice. Being up high doesn't seem to hide me from most of these robots. Can I pick a fight from up here?
They're scanning for me.
Oh, I can't shoot from up here. That's a shame. Can I drop down, though?
Can you shoot from the platform?
I bet I could. Nope, not what I meant. Nope. Close, but no. Got the job done.
Oh, glad that electricity doesn't hurt you.
Yep, that's for the best. Otherwise, I would be in a lot of trouble. I was supposed to be doing something. Let's go find what that other object is.
Looks like the leaves on the deciduous trees are indeed autumnal, so I retract my previous criticism.
I don't remember taking this one out.
The snow's got a bite out here.
I wonder if they're just a bunch of dead robot monsters just around. That'd be kind of cool too. Make it feel like stuff happens in the world even when you're not there.
Yeah, I wonder if they have a robot ecosystem where some hunt the other ones.
Ooh, that'd be awesome. I bet they do. Hey, rain.
It's just like home.
Some nice weather too. It's a good look.
Oh, and there are still organic animals, okay.
Oh yeah.
It's like a turkey or something running away. The rocks do not have a wet shader on them.
They
I
don't.
wonder if it's going to,
Like accumulate.
yeah, change at some point.
It could.
Although with the snow on there, that would read really weird.
That's true.
Anyway.
It would. I feel like maybe the specularity has increased a little bit on them.
Oh, yep. It is accumulating. Okay.
It's like if you
Just
look.
wasn't patient enough.
It seems like you just kind of need the right light to actually see. Oh, because you can.
Right,
oh, you're actually getting the speckling of the rain and hitting it
nice.
though. That's really nice though.
Yeah.
It's still a little weird with the snow. You're right, but totally gets the job done.
Save these for the trail. Time to see Karst and get a tripcaster. No one else around. Looks safe to meet. There he is. Looks nervous.
Well, an outcast on my doorstep. All mother protect me.
Surprised you saw me the way you keep looking every other direction to make sure no one's watching. Careful there, you'll sprain your neck.
It's always a pain in the neck when you show up, girl, one way or another.
So we've got slightly dimmer light. How are the? It's not dark, but it's a little more overcast. How are the eyes looking?
The highlights are too bright for the environment around them, but they still look good.
They do.
They haven't turned black like many eyes tend to do. You know that?
Last time I visited, you had a tripcaster available for trade. Still got it?
I do. But you'd need to bring me a scrapper lens. What can I say? Special weapons don't come cheap.
Oh, I can pay. Took down a scrapper not long ago. Stripped out the lens in perfect condition.
I'll be the judge of that. Show me.
Yeah, I'm really curious how far they're going to bring the world building when it comes to the robot dinosaurs. Like, how do you justify these things roaming around, eating grass? Are they eating each other? How are they reproducing?
Yeah.
Makes all sorts of questions come up. I trust my friend John to have thought of all this stuff, though, so...
And if he didn't, there will be hell to pay.
Yes.
All right, let's put the tripcaster over here. Wonder what it does. Creates traps which detonate when the tripwire connecting to anchoring points is broken. Neat. Best used across enemy patrol paths or in narrow spaces. Awesome. I'm already looking forward to seeing what more of these weapons do. Slings bombs, ties down machines and immobilizes them. Awesome. Interesting. Of heavier bow, different kinds of bows. This is neat.
Yeah, all the videos I've seen of this game make me really interested to see the various combinations, tactical combinations you can take these big things down with.
Yeah, I'm excited to see more of that too.
I always thought it'd be interesting, and this might be doing that, like a Shadow Colossus style enemies with multiple, ways to approach them rather
Sure.
than just very linear get to that point puzzles.
Yeah, yeah.
Will you be around later, in case I want to make another trade?
I'll be here. Same as usual, bring me the parts you harvest from any machines you hunt. The better the parts, the more shards I'll pay. Be sure to take a close look at my inventory, though. Who knows? Maybe I've got something that could give you an edge in the proving.
I guess that concludes our business.
All right. See you around.
Alright then.
Knock over a statue.
We totally could and will. Bye. Clean that up. Alright. I missed the first thing before it told me where to equip it.
R1?
No.
No.
Ah, there we go, I think. That's shock wire. Although maybe that counts just... Yeah, that'll do it. Ooh, neat.
It's like a dangerous thing to be running around in the rain with.
It does. Hey, birds. It's a really nice run.
She's got a lot of gear on her belt.
She does.
It's good.
Got a bunch of ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta really hold your arms out to avoid hitting all that stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I imagine that's probably exactly why they crafted the run to have a wider arm swing. Oh, is the rain clearing up? Alright, so... What's my current objective right now?
I don't know.
I guess I should probably...
enraptured with the environment.
I kind of am too. I'm probably going to put that HUD back on. Always on, just in case there's important information I'm occasionally missing. Oh, yeah. Gather blaze from striders. Okay. Can do. Okay. So what happens... What happens if I set one here and over there?
No.
Awesome. It actually worked.
Oh, I think they're only temporarily stunned. You better get them.
I think you're right. How do I give me my bow back? Okay, cool. Come back here. That's better. Oh yeah, I can see like... Oops. Oh, you're still alive. Okay. I can see that attaining some level of mastery in this is going to feel awesome. Ow. Ah, what's happening? Not an elegant win, but I'll take it. And I'll take all this too. I'm gonna start gathering all this stuff, and we will resume this next time. Once I have all the things. See you then.
Bye.